Namaste. This question on thoughts was quite thought provoking. Yeah. Uh, Actually, I wanted to, like, first you asked is whether the thoughts are mine or anybody else's. So I feel thoughts are triggered when I hear, in my case, if I hear a word or a phrase or anything, then the thoughts are triggered in the sense coming from the memory. Since my childhood, if there has been any occasion where such sentences have been pronounced or any event as such, so then it comes and it actually makes a porridge in my mind. Like typical Hindi कहूँ तो खिचड़ी बन जाती है, vegetable खिचड़ी. And if I'm alert, then I smile and I enjoy those thoughts because it has given me some sweet feeling. So that feeling is mine, I have checked. But sometimes it gives a bitter feeling. If any word has triggered some memory of the past, which was bitter and it has still been etched in my mind, then it is surfaced and it gives me a bitter feeling. And then there is something called I felt value addition coming in present in the form of imagination. If this comes, then this will happen. Like it's imagination. And then I alert myself, oh, okay, what am I thinking? Like right now, it's nothing as such. It has just been coming. So I am unable to decide right now whether that imagination, it's not my desire. It's a leakage that I got it. And when I'm alert, it goes away also. So there, I just wanted some clarification. I mean, first, maybe you can tell me something on this and then I tell something more because something is still burning inside. Sure. Yeah, thanks.
One thing I would like to come back to you later on is that feeling is mine. This part I would like to explore with you. And apart from that, the thoughts become like a porridge or like a vegetable khichdi inside you is a very good observation. But I'm not sure if you have noticed this, that your brain or your mind does not hold thoughts really. It doesn't hold thoughts. It holds only memory. And there is intelligence in the mind, which when limited to the intellect, to the memory only, meaning not going out of the memory, always rotating in that, is called intellect. So intellect is nothing but intelligence limited to the memory of the mind. So it is the intelligence of the, which is your being actually. Intelligence is your quality actually. This is your ability stuck in the mind. That's why you feel I think, because it is you who really thinks, but limited to memory. And you are producing thoughts on the fly actually, but obviously they are going to be patterned. They are going to be limited to the memory only. You cannot have a fresh thought now here. So I hope you, I'm not sure if you have noticed this. I just wanted to bring it to your notice that brain or mind only stores memory, not thoughts. Thoughts are produced on the fly, but you can notice they are very patterned, like similar thoughts about the similar things, about the similar kind of, up to some degree, you can the feeling, sad feeling, bad feeling, good feeling, you know, and they are quite dramatic also, mostly. There is a lot of drama also added to it mostly. Like I was going there and this happened. It's not never, thoughts are never like this. I was going there, that emotional touch is also added to that drama, no? And that is what makes it quite convincing, not only to us, even to others when we share, no? that the others may get influenced like, oh, wow, you know. And if you are alert, you will notice this as you noticed. So now can I come back to this feeling part that you say feeling is mine, or you want to talk but you are holding back, meaning something that is still not clear to you?
Uh, Actually, something more I noticed. So I just thought that since childhood, I have been surrounded by people who have influenced my life and given me some memories, and they are there. And I also felt that if those memories are hitting me now, just getting triggered by some word or something, then right now also, if I'm talking to you, what you are telling, or if I'm listening to something, they are also creating memories and they will be triggered in future also. So how to be free from this? Like it's become an inevitable part of my life because these are some external factors which I have noticed that I cannot stop them. And happily, like I am happy to say this, that my internal factors have been now surfacing. And I can see these things that yes, these are external factors which are out of my control. So now, how to evade them and not be triggered, or maybe triggered but not get affected in future?
Yes, yes, I understand.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
I mean, one line answer would be that know yourself and stay as yourself. That is one line answer to be 100% safe from what you are asking for. And then I will come to the second question because I can say this that you are not interested in knowing yourself and staying as yourself right now completely. No, mostly people are not, by the way. So you don't need to feel any different or inferior. Mostly people, I'm talking about the spiritual people who have come here in this meeting also. Most of them are not interested in knowing themselves and staying as themselves anyway. No, so you're not any different than them. But to make my point clear, I had to say like this. So the first choice has been passed, like okay, maybe not now. Now the second choice would be it will have to have two three things in it. I'll share as it you know. What is very important thing that can help you, like that will be your source of wisdom and also energy. So source of wisdom, energy, and courage to face this, transcend this, not be affected by it. That is present. And I found you, as I know you a little bit, that I found you to be naturally attracted towards present. So that is already your power. No? Use it well. That's your power. Meaning the power to move on. You know, this is your power to move on. That I'm interested and I'm happy with the way things are. I live them more. Like this is your way. No, use it well. It is such a power that you will not have to fight with anything almost. Just you have to increase the intensity of the same thing. You know, like living more what you have will kind of withdraw you somehow from what you have lived, the memory. So two things will happen. The power of memory on you will reduce because power has been pulled from there, which is your power or you. And also that power will join you in living the truth of life, living the life of present, and that will make you stronger. So like you will become double-fold, twofold more powerful than what will happen inside you. And like this, you are absolutely safe. Things will come, things will go, feelings will happen, nothing will change. You know? That's kind of a very simple but powerful thing to notice. Mostly people are not able to live the way you live. That's why I cannot say anything and such a thing to anyone. Mostly, no. So you already have a blessing in your life that you are able to connect to the present naturally. So this is one thing, no. Second thing is about how to not store the memory from now onward for future. The answer is same for that also. The more you get interested in the present, without doing anything additionally, you have become uninterested in memory anymore. Because memories are stored based on how much we are interested in them for in future. When the soul is not interested in the memory in future, the mechanism of the soul in itself starts shredding it off, and also stores less. When I say memory, I don't really mean memory. I mean memory plus emotions. You know, memory emotion in an emotional way, in a personal way. Memory is still recorded. Absolutely, much better than before. Actually, like you can clearly see because you are neutral now. You are empty. You are present. You can much more clearly see how people are doing and what they are doing and what kind of expression and all. But you are not judging anyone as a person that, hey, it was such a beautiful expression and hey, it was such an ugly expression. You are not doing like this. Like you are very empty now in that way. So recording is perfect, but there's no emotionality about it, no commentary recorded in it. That what that happened, like it's like, sorry, now the facts will be recorded, not the story. That why it happened and who did this and why and this should have been done like this. So with facts without interpretation is what is still recorded and which is a perfect thing to be stored in the mind. It's like enjoying this cup of tea cannot be interfered by any memory of enjoying another cup of tea which I had before, unless I have emotional attachment to it. So like that tea was so nice, So that I'm quite a lot there. I'm very little here now, if I say like this, no. But if I don't have that attachment, whatever it is the only tea available. So whatever is present in the present moment is the only thing that you can live anyway. And when you are able to see the difference between what has happened, and it is just in the memory, not that it is really there anymore. It is like that, really. It is like that. It's a corpse. Whatever is in the memory in this emotional manner, it's just a corpse. And when you are able to see the difference between this freshness of this moment, you get more interested like this. So you have all the memory. Now you will have all the memory when you are living in this model of present. And yet you don't have any emotional memory about it. That's how you will not be affected. Your capacity of living life pure from your purity is not affected or not stained. I hope it is clear now. No?
Very much, very, very much. Thank you.
How was it?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. That you being my life partner still you don't make the difference. Like you are open and like this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I just feel inspired a little bit to kind of what I call song of the heart and something very simple, really. Obviously, I'm a very very simple being, no? So I like to sing simple songs. No? That somehow, in different ways, our way of the mind, or the way of the person, makes everything complicated. However, things are not complicated really. Things are complex because life is amazing, but the base of that life is very simple. That's why such a complex life can emerge out of it. No, but everywhere you will notice the simplicity of life, simplicity of everything. This is the nature of life, simplicity. No? So life in itself, life being myself, my thought, feeling, emotions, and everything, and what I experience. Life in itself is very simple, but our way of looking at it is what makes it feel that, oh, things are so difficult. Things are not difficult. Things are not easy. They are what they are.